Have you ever wanted to make money in the financial markets, but you didn't know where to start? What if you could simply copy the trades of experienced investors and potentially profit from their expertise or systems? That's literally exactly what copy trading allows you to do. So, in this video, I'm actually going to break down what copy trading is, how it works, and the benefits and risks, and whether it's the right strategy for you. So, stick around to the end for some tips on getting started the smart way. Let's actually start with the basics. So what's copy trading? So copy trading is a form of automated trading where you mirror the trades of experienced traders who then buy, when they buy, you buy, and when they sell, you sell. So this is all done through specialized trading platforms like eToro, Zulu, or even TradeCopier.com or GemiosTrading.com. Now these platforms connect beginners with professional traders or with professional trading systems. So if you have AI algorithms mixed with human traders like our system, or if it's just like a robot, which is just robots only or normally high risk, or just a really skilled or professional trader. These allow you to replicate their strategies in real time without actually having to analyze the markets yourself or do any trading yourself, which is pretty cool. So how does it actually work? Copy trading is pretty straightforward. So step one would be choose a copy trading platform or system. You would then sign up for the platform that supports copy trading, right? Number two would be select a trader or a trading system to copy. So browse profiles or systems of experienced traders or experienced trading systems. Check the performance history, which is the most important thing when choosing a copy trader, and the risk level and the strategy. Now, step three would be decide how much to invest. So you allocate a portion of your funds to copy the selected traders or trading systems moves and trades. Number four is these trades are automatically copied for you. So whenever the trader or trading system makes a move, your account will replicate that trade proportionally. Number five, monitor and adjust. So you can stop copying a trader or using a copy trade system literally anytime you want, and you can also adjust how much you're investing. Now, some systems like Gemios Trading will actually allow you to choose your risk parameters. So how much are you actually able to risk, right? Most copy trading systems do not allow that, especially if you're copy trading just a copy trader. They're going to be risking X amount per trade. They're not going to deviate for your benefit. So however much they're risking per trade, or if they have a max amount of equity that they're willing to risk, that's how much of your equity is going to be at risk and how much of your, like a stop loss. You can't really change that stuff. But with a system like Gemios Copy Trading, you're actually able to choose between 3 different risk parameters, which is a very beneficial thing when using a system like ours. So it's almost like having an autopilot for your trading account. It's also important to remember that no trader and no trading system wins 100% of the time. This is an absolute fact, and a problem that a lot of people have that are new to trading think, oh, if I just copy a professional or I copy a professional system, I'm going to win 100% of my trades. Some of the best traders in the world actually lose more than half of their trades, but due to the amount of risk to reward, so they will make 4 times more profit per trade than when they lose a trade. They actually only have to win 30 to 40% of the time to be profitable. This is something a lot of people need to understand as new traders. So now, why do so many people actually love copy trading? So some of the biggest advantages being number one, no experience required. So you don't actually have to have any experience. You don't have to know how to analyze charts or study the financial markets. Number two is saving time. So trades happen automatically, so there's no need for you to actually sit in front of a screen all day. Number three would be diversification. So you can copy multiple traders or with different strategies or multiple different risk levels. So depending on, let's say you have $10,000 and you want to put the most of it in something that's a bit lower risk, and then you want to put a little bit in like a higher risk system, you can choose between different copy traders, or with a system like Gemios, you can also choose between 3 different risk parameters or 3 different risk settings for your equity amount that's at risk to diversify your overall investment across different risk levels, which is actually a pretty smart thing to do. Another thing is the learning opportunity. So by watching how these trades happen, how the professionals are trading, how the systems are taking trades, you can actually gain insights to improve your own skills. If you ever feel like, hey, I want to trade myself one day, even if I don't ever get good at it, it's really, really good to learn by watching these systems actually happen. So for beginners, copy trading can be really good, and it's a great way to start without feeling overwhelmed or having to learn the ins and outs of becoming a master trader, which is probably one of the most difficult crafts that people can actually learn nowadays. Now, before you actually jump in, let's talk about some of the risks associated with copy trading. Number one risk is there's no guaranteed profits. So just because a trader has done well historically, even if they have a very large track record for doing really well, it doesn't mean they will always win, and it also doesn't mean they're going to make money every week or every month. Sometimes there can be losing weeks, losing months, losing periods, and you have to understand that. And sometimes traders can just stop trading. They can also stop allowing copy trading. They can also all of a sudden get the urge to risk 100% of their trade account in one trade, and if they lose that trade, they wipe their account, they wipe yours too. I would say that's one of the main disadvantages of copy trading actual people than like fully fledged, really high-end systems. Another disadvantage would be market volatility. So you can lose money when the market takes a downturn. Pretty common sense, but again, when people are copy trading professionals, they tend to think that they're like fully protected and it's all going to be just so easy. Another thing is over-reliance on these other people. So if you blindly follow without understanding even just like a little bit, you might not know when to stop copying them. So like the example I gave before where a trader could decide to start throwing in bigger risk. If you're watching it here and there and you start seeing patterns like that, like larger drawdown, larger risks per trade being taken, you might want to maybe consider getting out of that system and switching to somebody else or somewhere else, right? Another thing is fees and spreads. So depending on the platform or trading brokerage that you're using, some of them charge more fees. Now, depending on what system the copy trader or copy trading system uses versus what you're trading on, right? So with copy trading, let's say we use a broker called Broker 123 and you're using a broker called Broker 456. Your broker might have larger fees, larger spreads, and then the copy trading system's on might have smaller spreads or smaller fees. So they might be getting out of trades in profit, but it could be a negative profit for you. So you have to be very careful and very wise in the decision of not only which traders or trade systems you're copying, but also what brokerages you're using to copy trade on and put your money in. And another thing is you never want to invest more than you're actually willing to lose. Even with a good investment like a copy trading system, if you're just blindly following random copy traders online, you definitely only want to use something you're willing to lose. If you're looking to invest a good amount of money into something like, hey, if I was to invest this or real estate, that is where a very heavy amount of due diligence will need to come in for you to pick a system that has like multiple years of data and a system that pretty much doesn't deviate from its strategy. It doesn't increase risk randomly. And that would be more so following systems and teams of traders versus just like one single trader. Another thing, like I was saying, picking a reputable copy trading platform and people to copy trade from. Another one would be starting small. So even if you are willing to invest or risk a little bit more, you always want to start maybe a little bit smaller just to test the waters. Or you want to see how it's going to go for yourself before you just kind of dive all the way in. Like I said about due diligence, researching heavily on the copy traders or copy trade systems and looking at their performance history and strategies. So before you make an informed decision, you need to have all that stuff up front. Diversifying. You can use more than one copy trader, you can use more than one copy trading system, so there's nothing wrong with diversifying, but the problem with spreading yourself too thin and putting, some of your money into like so many different things and so many different systems is it's going to be a little bit harder for you to gauge a proper ROI for yourself if you're spreading yourself across so many different ones. So it's definitely better to pick a little bit, maybe just one really good system with multiple risk parameters or risk systems, or maybe like a handful of different copy trade systems, but to not go beyond that. Obviously, like I said before, monitoring your account, so watching your actual trade account and making sure most of them are set and forget systems, but it's always good to keep an eye on your investments because it is your money, right? Now, copy trading itself is actually a really great way to get started in the financial markets, but like any investment, it actually comes with risks. So always do your research, always start small, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose, especially if you haven't taken a lot of time to pick a copy trading system. Now, if you found this video helpful so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for any time we have new trading tips and anything related to financial markets and trading. If you also have any questions, you can drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. Now, when it comes to the Gemios trading, copy trading system, we have a over 4-year-old system with extremely, extremely good results. A big differentiating factor between us and what a lot of other copy trading platforms have is with a lot of copy trading platforms, you're just copy trading a single trader. So, and those were I wouldn't say it's higher risk, but the level of risk that can happen when you just are relying on one individual person to copy trade for you, well, like I said, they could increase their risk. All of a sudden, they could just decide to start gambling what they have in that specific trade account. right? And that's a pretty high risk. They could also decide they don't want to trade for 3 months. They could, there's other things that can happen to where you're either not going to get an ROI for a while for whatever reason. You might actually have your account blown. So you need to make sure you do your due diligence and dig really deep on long-term performance history, and even talking to the copy trader or the company, which in 99% of the time, a lot of these copy trading systems are just random traders that you're going to find on some of these platforms where you're not going to be able to get any insights onto them and their company other than like maybe a MyFX book or some of the data on the copy trade platform itself. You're not going to get to speak to the representatives. You're not going to speak to them. Maybe they don't even have a company. They're literally just a trader. That's the other downside and the hard part to choosing where to copy trade from, because most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, it's rather a random robot that nobody's really watching or paying attention to, which is pretty high risk if you ask me. And then just copy trading off a single person is also relatively high risk, especially if you don't have long-term data. And there's no way for you to really connect with them to kind of get an insight on what the long-term vision is, right? If you're going to invest and most investors are not investing for short, quick-term gains. That's not what investing means. Investing is typically something you're trying to do that has not just short-term, but mid-term and long-term gains. So for you to get a long-term outlook and a long-term vision on what some of these companies or traders that you're going to invest with copy trading, if they can't give you insight into what the future is going to have, which like I said, a lot of the time you're just copying a random trader. You're not going to be able to get to talk to them. You're not going to be able to get their insights. You're not going to be able to, do a video call with them and ask, what's the plan for your next 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? You're not going to really be able to do that if you're just choosing a random system. But if you have companies that just license you a software, that's not really copy trading. You're just taking a software license, you're paying for it, setting it up on your computer with a VPS, and a lot of companies are selling this stuff nowadays. And I think a lot of them are just paying guys on Fiverr and Freelancer.com for $350 to create them a software based on martingale strategies, which is really high risk. It doubles the risk every time there's a new trade, and we'll have a whole video on martingale trading really soon. And then indicator-based trading systems, which is where you're creating a trading system where you're just using indicators, like trading view indicators, like EMA, like estimated moving averages, RSI, and you're combining a couple of them to make a trading system. Now, there's no trader in the world that makes money just by looking at a single indicator without having actual heavy experience as an actual trader themselves. So a lot of this stuff carries a pretty decent amount of risk, but when you compare those options, or like licensing of a software, and I'm not going to name names, there's definitely companies that have blown a lot of people's accounts over the last couple of years because they don't really have any actual safety parameters in place. And then you have Gemios copy trading. Like, our system is over 4 years old. We only used to run it for private investors only, right? Only in the end of 2024 and then into 2025 and beyond did we start releasing the copy trading system to the actual public. But you can see the 4-year-old plus track record with only a single losing month with our system. And you can speak to our company, speak to our representatives, and actually get insight onto what the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years is going to look like. And I'm not saying we're the only ones that can give insight like that. There's lots of companies that can. But for a system like where you're able to choose multiple different risk parameters, where you're able to kind of spread the risk between low risk, normal risk, and moderate risk, and a lot of the other features and functionalities that come with the Gemios copy trading, which in my opinion is an extremely high-end, also very unique and very rare service, because we're not selling and licensing the software to our customers. We're not running a service where we're taking a large part of your profits. The copy trading is a system that is based on a multi-million-dollar developed AI algorithm that is extremely accurate, but even with having that much money into the development of an AI system that trades for you, we still have a full-time team of traders that are constantly monitoring not just the software, but the charts, and even modifying and closing trades, because no matter what, maybe 10 plus years from now, AI gets to the point where it can make emotional and psychological trigger decisions like traders can. But as of right now, software, no matter how much time and money you have into it, and if you take ours, which has millions of dollars into development, and then you compare it with some of these guys that are licensing software for, I don't know, 30 grand, 40 grand, $50,000, they sell you the software, set it up on your computer, and I have not seen one run longer than maybe a year to a year and a half without blowing everybody's accounts, because there's not really any actual safety parameters set into place to protect you from really, really volatile and uncertain times. Like Trump election 2024, stock market crash August 2024, stock market lost $2.9 trillion. in like a weekend in August of 2024. And there's a bunch of these softwares that went to zero during this time because they don't actually have real safety parameters in place. Our safety parameters are as low as 10 or 12%. So on the lowest risk with Gemios copy trading, you would not be risking more than 10 or 12% of your money. In the ultimate worst case scenario, you will be removed from the markets. All your trades will be closed at negative 12%, so you lose 12%. But that protects you from losing 50%, 75%, or 100%, which is like 99% of competitors and how their systems normally run. So this is to kind of give you some insight. What is copy trading? How does it work? And obviously, Kevin, you own Gemios Copy Trading. I'm the co-founder, Leslie, my partner, and also co-director of Gemios Copy Trading. We have our traders, we have our $2 million AI algorithm. There's a lot of moving parts that goes into running a system that can not just give a good results to the average person, but also ROI for like high-end investors with a significant amount of money, because we take those types of people as clients as well. So you know, as maybe an everyday person watching this video, that copy trading is a great way to get into the markets and a great way to make money. But with Gemios, it's not just you and other people that have, you know, everyday money essentially, but it's people with like a lot of money, even companies and businesses that are using our results to piggyback off of and taking some of the ROI from us and maybe reselling it and doing their whatever types of services where they will make money based on our actual base system. So there's a lot of different clienteles that we serve, but Gemios Copy Trading is, obviously I'm biased because it is our company, but Gemios Copy Trading definitely is something you should look into. Again, I'm not going to sell you that in this video. I'm just explaining to you what copy trading is, what the differences are between a lot of copy traders, copy trading just people, copy trading or using software licenses, and then what obviously Gemios Copy Trading has and what it can offer in differences compared to what else you can see in the markets. So again, if you guys have any questions regarding copy trading, you have any questions regarding the Gemios copy trading system as well, just drop them in the comments below or email us at contact@gemiostrading.com. And so thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.